The Immortal John Hancock here, and today I'm going to be talking about the PlayStation 5, my thoughts on the event, and what do I think? And so, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the bell so that you get notified of all my videos that I upload. So here we go, I'm going to jump right in. PlayStation 5, Sony's big event. You know, new consoles don't happen all the time. We only get these, about every 5 years. And so, I'm a big Sony PlayStation fan. I've played every console that came out. And, Sony has done a lot of things right moving forward. The PlayStation 1 through 4, has been very successful. PlayStation 4 dominated this last generation's console battle. And so, PlayStation 5, they spent over an hour just showing the games. I think that's important. Sometimes I get tired of seeing, not the actual gameplay, but they did a really good job. I think Sony did a really good job of just showing the gameplay and just focusing on the games. And so many times, we hear about something new, we don't see any gameplay. I would have liked more info about the console, but we'll get to there in a minute. And so, of the games that they showed a ton of games. There were some games I was like, I don't know. And the big question I walk away is, how many of these are going to be a PS5 exclusive and not offered on the PlayStation 4? That is a big, important factor moving forward. How many of these are only going to be available on the PlayStation 5? Because I think there's a lot of people out there that are happy with their PlayStation 4. They want to know what is going to be the big difference between a PlayStation 4 and a PlayStation 5, and do I have to upgrade to play a specific game? So of the games that they showed, okay, the Spider-Man Miles Morales looked awesome, and so I want to know more about that. More importantly, that is a holiday 2020 targeted release, and so is it an expansion? Is it a game in itself? I really want to know more about that. I'm excited about seeing more about that game in particular. Now, the big thing that they focused on at the start is like an expanded version of Grand Theft Auto 5. And so I want to, for many people, they're going to be focused on that. I don't play that game, and so that didn't do anything for me. But for some people, that might be important. I think the PlayStation 5 with a solid state drive is going to focus on less load times. It's going to be almost immediate when you play a game, and they didn't really focus on that, but it's implied with a couple games, especially like Ratchet and Clank, that when you play a game, you're going to have less load times. And so jumping right into that new Ratchet and Clank game, that's okay for me. I really was excited when they showed Sac Boy. Sac Boy to me is really, to me, that reminded me of Super Mario 3D World. And I think Sony needs that. Sony did a good job in this video of showing lots of different types of games. Sports, racing, shooters. And so I think they did a good job of demonstrating, look, we're bringing a lot of our franchises as well as third-party support, and we're bringing it all to the PlayStation 5. A new Oddworld game, I saw that, I liked that quite a bit, but Sackboy was the first, other than the new Spider-Man game or expansion, the new Sackboy to me reminded me of Super Mario 3D World. Looks like a multiplayer 3D platform game. I'm really into those. Really was excited about seeing that. In fact, I'm really hoping that is a launch title, or hopefully this year, because that could be cool. Again, is it just on the PlayStation 5? Is it going to be offered on the PlayStation 4? What are the differences? I want to know more about that. That is going to be key. And so, more about the games. Astros Playroom, that looked cool. I was a big fan of that PlayStation VR game. I want to know more about it. It looked really cool. Again, that 3D platform style. Is it a VR game? Is it something else? Is it both? Is there going to be a VR aspect of that? I want to know more about that. There's definitely some other games that I saw that I was excited about. And so the new Horizon game, Horizon 2, seeing that makes me think that the PlayStation 5 is going to have plenty of their franchise. I don't think anybody was concerned about that. But they delivered on showing games. They focused on the games. I think they might have focused a little bit too much on broad games that are coming and less on exact details of the console. You know, when you're focusing on a console, you want to know a couple things. What does it look like? Price, you know, is there different models coming out, and features. And they did a great job on games. And then they showed what the console looked like. And I don't know, it kind of looks like Astro. I mean, I don't know what I think of its look. It looks okay. A black and white contrast. It's got curves. And they are offering 2 different models. They had a digital only, and I know there's going to be a lot of people, boo, boo, you're offering that. I think for some people, that's going to cater to them, people that only buy a digital version of a game. And so that right there, if you buy that digital version of the game, that means you can't play any of your physical media. Or maybe not, but that to me implies that. And so how much cheaper is the digital version, or how much more expensive is it going to be adding an optical drive and being able to play physical media? They also did not deliver on a couple things. Price, I'm sure they're waiting. I'm sure Sony and Microsoft are going to wait, and I think it's going to be a price war between both of them. I think price is going to be really important, especially this time around with everything else going on. Price is going to be really important. What did I think of what it looked like? It looked okay. I don't know, it looks weird on its side, and the stand, it kind of falls into the same problem as some other consoles. You know, there's going to be some people that aren't going to be able to show it that way, but it looks like you can have it vertically or horizontally, so that's fine. The curves in it, the design didn't do anything for me either way. I didn't think it looked bad. I didn't think it looked good. It looked different. I think it's good that it shows that it's different than the PlayStation 4. Very different design. So I give it that. I think it looks better than the Xbox Series X. I think it does look better. Aesthetically more pleasing. I don't know if I like the contrast of colors, black and white. So there's that. The controller and all that, you know, they were promoting that. I want to feel that in my hands. I want to see how it feels. But for information, yes, they showed what the console looked like, but they didn't show or talk about price or backwards compatibility. And that is going to be super important. I want to know right now if I can play my PlayStation 4 library on my PlayStation 5. That's key. And I think whoever does a better job at backwards compatibility that's an advantage. However, they showed so many games at the start, for some people that may not matter. And so I'm really excited to see more and hear more information about that. Do I think they needed to do it in this event? Not necessarily, but I think Sony eventually does need to clarify backwards compatibility and price as soon as they can. And so I honestly think we'll find that out at the very last minute. And so I do want to know more about launch games, but you know, there was several games I was actually interested. Actually, Gran Turismo looked awesome. You know, Gran Turismo's taken a back seat to some other sim racers, but you know, Gran Turismo was the game to put Sony PlayStation on the map for sim racing, and it looked fantastic. You know, I haven't played a Gran Turismo in a while, and the new Gran Turismo 7, I think, it looks great. It looks like something that I would probably check out, you know, if I was to get a PlayStation 5. And so that's it. That's really what I wanted to talk about. There were several other games that, you know, that they showed, but those are the ones I felt emotion to, where Sac Boy, Oddworld, the new SpiderMan Miles Morales, and Horizon 2 were the big ones. You know, there was some other ones, you know, the Demon Souls, and there were some others. I want to know more about that. But that's it. But I think that Sony overall did a pretty good job of talking about the games coming out, and hopefully moving forward, hopefully at the end, possibly at the end of summer or fall, they can talk more about details. Backwards compatibility and price are the two big things that I did not get from today's announcement that I want to know more about. What did you think? What did you think of the PlayStation 5? Are you excited about it? Are you planning on getting it? Or do you need more information? If you are new to this channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click on the bell so you're notified of new videos that come out every week. I had a lot of fun, thought I'd talk about this. Everybody's probably talking about this right now. So thank you so much for the ongoing support. This is the Immortal John Hancock, and you take care.